Hey guys, Josh here from the Sunshine Tribe. I was having a conversation this morning with one of our students in Seven Figure Tour Business, our online program, Seven Figure Tour Business. And I thought you guys would find it really interesting as well. It's from one of our students who said, hey Josh, kind of went something along the lines of this. Josh, I'm a bit concerned, business is growing really strongly and I'm really happy with the way things are trending up. But we're doing about 85% of our sales via one online travel agent. What do you think about that? Should I be concerned? And my answer to him was emphatically, yeah, you really, concerned is maybe not the right word, but you really need to look carefully at that. And the reason for that is that I very firmly believe that you should never be putting all your eggs in one basket. Now, using my business as an example, back in 2007, when I started Melbourne Private Tours, effectively for the first 4 years, I was in survival mode. I didn't actually know it at the time, but I started a business, and over the next 3 years, we had things like a global financial crisis. We had a very weak American dollar and a very strong Australian dollar, which absolutely smashed my key inbound market, the US market, and we saw a massive drop-off after the first couple of years. We had an epidemic of swine flu. We had an epidemic of SARS. We had once in a generation bushfires and a couple of other things. And even though I didn't know it at the time, it was an absolutely awful time to start a tour business. So I was, from day one, effectively, I was working really hard to get a whole range of different revenue streams in place, a whole range of different distribution channels in place so that I could offset some of the risks associated with one channel, so that if something was going badly, if one international market was going badly, or the economy had an impact on the corporate market, for example, or whatever it was, then I had other things going on that were really succeeding, or that were boosting the business up, and it made Melbourne Private Tours really robust, really resilient. It made things like that not so much a disaster if one of your really key revenue streams was impacted, but just something that was highly inconvenient, but then you would be able to focus elsewhere in other areas. So for me, it was a really great lesson in how to start a business. And when I sold that business in 2017, just off the top of my head, the key sources of our revenue came from travel partners, or travel distribution, which travel agents, which might have been around 30-35%. Then there was direct sales, which might have been about 20 or 25%. There was the corporate market, which might have been about 10 or 15%. There were the hotel concierges, maybe 10 or 15%, and then a whole range of collaborations with local businesses and other tour operators in Australia and all over the globe. So it made us really robust, really resilient to any negative things. It could be so much as one of your travel agents that are doing a heap of bookings with you simply falling over and one day waking up and saying, wow, I was making $100,000 in sales a year from that travel agent, that travel partner. It's gone, absolutely gone. So if you've got 85% of your eggs in a basket like that, you're going to really struggle. So lastly on that, I think the really key is to avoid that scattergun approach, trying to do everything and try to get dozens of different revenue streams and distribution partners in place, and effectively not having the time or the resources to do anything properly, methodically, thoroughly, and of a requisite quality. But to really choose maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 sources of revenue, distribution channels, revenue streams that you can implement, put in place, and really methodically and thoughtfully build your business up. So if something starts going bad, and all of these revenue streams that we had in our business, they had massive potential for me to 2 times or possibly 4 times the revenue I was getting through those streams if I had to put a lot of effort into them because something else had gone bad in the business. So I guess that's my takeaway for all of you today. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Even if you're doing really great business through a couple of revenue streams, don't be complacent. Start investigating, exploring other revenue streams or distribution channels that you can methodically, slowly, and systematically start driving sales through those. So I hope you took something away from this today, guys.